up, everybody? Welcome back to another beautiful episode, another beautiful morning of Button Check. We got a really nice, interesting, this was very interesting to me, so let's get it. So in this video right here, you have people actually questioning the integrity of major news FGC sources like Event Hubs, for example. Basically, Logan, Valle, they're all kind of disappointed that they're not getting more coverage. So let's start right here with my man Majin. He says, basically they run one of the biggest weekly gatherings in the world despite only running 2 Bandai Namco titles and certainly the biggest Dragon Ball FighterZ. Over 100 attendees and a 60-man tourney with the busted top 8 next to 0 coverage. Every FGC coverage outlet is phony, y'all are whack. And then Alex Valle kind of jumps in and says, have you reached out to them? Maybe sent them an email? And then Logan jumps in and says, they need to do their fucking jobs. I'm sick of this excuse. He also goes in to say, from that do post about players, tweets, they can do this. Basically what he's saying with that, I know I kind of messed that up, but basically we're saying that if they could find tweets and stuff like that, they can find stuff about weeklies and stuff that's important. Alex Valle actually agrees with them. He jumps in saying, I understand your frustration since Wednesday Night Fights and SCR also doesn't receive any more coverage either. The best of 5 show is great to work with though. Now that's surprising to me. A lot of people were actually saying that too, is like, why is that? Because Wednesday Night Fights, I think it used to receive coverage on Event Hubs, but it doesn't seem like it does anymore, according to what Alex Valle is saying. So a lot of people are kind of pissed off. They're like, yo, why is people like Event Hubs and whatnot choosing to do stories, but that don't seem as important, I'll say, as stuff like this, growing the community, like Logan says right here. Basically, he says, it's baffling. Not even from a personally beneficial standpoint, the amount of clickbait rubbish I see posted across numerous sites, and they refuse to even report on the existence of these events that are the gateway to competitive offline gaming for most. Ridiculous. Our Street Fighter actually adds a very good point to that right here. They say, for reference, terrible clickbait trash posts often receive 5 to 10 times the amount of page views as community building or tournament posts on our Street Fighter. Time and time again, the majority of people prove to us that they are simply not interested in useful information. Damn, that's like real talk. Like basically he's saying that the bottom line is people want to see this, and numbers don't lie, y'all. The proof is in the pudding. If these clickbait type things have way more views and way more traffic, it's kind of hard for anybody to choose the other story if it's just going to get ignored. Now, we're not done there. Let's go on. They go on to say, of course, none of that impacts our bottom line because we don't have a bottom line. Our Street Fighter isn't a business, but that doesn't make it any less depressing. But they're also taking the next step and doing something super dope. Like right here, they got a thing called Local Fighters Network that they're trying to build up. They say, we will slowly be introducing a global leaderboard for all the participating local communities. If you run a local, track your stats here. That is super dope because that can be built into so many, like think about everybody, all y'all that run weeklies. You could post stats here. They could even end up doing something where like the top people with the top stats could like win something. Maybe they can win a trip to like EVO or a tournament. Maybe they can win some cash. You could actually build up the community this way. There's just so many things you could do with this. So I kind of want to pause this video right now and just interject this little piece I found because after I got done filming, I actually saw these tweets released. It looks like Alex Valle and Jonathan Gray, aka Catalyst from Event Hubs, kind of got into a little debate here where he says local roundup articles should be a thing. I'm sure each local scene can produce good enough content to tip Event Hubs. Trying to look for a local scene buttons are difficult on any site. Catalyst responds back to Valle saying, regardless, this is something we proposed working with you on via Velociraptor and are still open to doing so. We just need to have things in place to pull this off. Going to discuss this with the team tomorrow and let's follow up to see what we can do on your end to make it happen. The Catalyst also goes on to say, quotations, each local scene can produce good enough content. Nah, that's not quite accurate. I've seen submissions through the years as we need someone we can trust looking through this stuff to make sure advertisers don't freak out. You know as well as I do, there has to be a filter. Now I want to go on record that I'm not bashing Event Hubs in any way because if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be here. They were responsible for a lot of my earlier numbers with my comedy when I was doing it with the FGC. But it's saying that, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Oh, this R-rated thing, how dope do you think? I mean, come on, man. You guys got to say that's dope. Let me know what you guys think about that. And number 2, what do you think that event hubs could do different? Hell, not event hubs, because I don't want to single them out. But what do you think everybody can do different to better the community, if anything? So people always say, well, where does button check fall into all of this? And this is the best example I can think of. If you turn on your TV, you see several dozen different types of news stations, right? Now, if you really want something deep, you're probably gonna go to CNN or your favorite online news. You're not gonna go to fucking Comedy Central. Notice Comedy Central does have their own news, but it's funny. They take it, they put a skit on it, they do their own spin on it, and they present it to you, which is exactly what button check is for. I take my personality, my comedy experience from stand-up and all that good stuff, me and Dirty Low, we take it, put the spin on it, and present it to you. So I hope you guys can appreciate what we're doing, and thank you guys for all your support. 13,000 subscribers. It just grew another 1,000 subscribers in like a few days. So thank you guys so much for all the love, for all the extra info on the Patreon, the extra footage in the description below. Please follow me on Twitter. It's gonna be here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. But thank you guys for all the love. I'll see you this Sunday with the new Bogus Journeys. So much love. We should have a special guest on there as well. So see you soon. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe. Before we go, I'd like to give a shout out to the new sponsor of the show, Capcom Pro Tour. Watch that shit. That shit tastes laggy as hell.